Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Showcase on Warframe. So, it's not actually the first time I'm doing the Brakk. If you looked at the, or I guess before this video if you did, if you looked at my playlist, you'd see it's actually the second video I did on Warframe. Back then, I didn't know what I was doing. Clearly. Skipped over so many details. Should have been doing it back then. Do it right this time though. But okay, let's treat it as if I never reviewed it in the first place. So the Brakk, it's a very old weapon. It's been in the game for quite some time. Think of it as the Piranha before the Piranha was the Piranha. You can see it is a critical based weapon with 15%, and it is a hand cannon so it has multiple shotgun shells, so every shell has that critical chance. You can see it has plenty of impact, but also a bit of puncture and quite a bit of slash. So overall it's a pretty decent weapon for, base damage. With a light critical build, it's pretty good. The fire rate's also fast, with only 5 shots though is the downside, but the reload's only 1 second. Now we do get this though, as I don't really need to show it, but the Goose Dog 3 drop its parts. But no matter. Now, you see that it is not very accurate. Yeah, like the Piranha is a hand cannon, it's like a shotgun in a pistol form. So yeah, very, very inaccurate, but the reload's nice and quick. Now, in terms of visuals, well, it is dynamic, as you can see the rotation of the various shells, and visually, well, I have to just say, it's probably one of the most technological advancements for Grineer technology. When you look at the rest of Grineer weapons, they usually crude, rather archaic, where this weapon's quite better. It's looks more advanced than it actually is. Well, in terms of realism, I think it's pretty absurd that you can have spinning barrels in there and have a functioning gun at the same time. Where I think this gun would actually probably destroy itself if it were real. But no matter, let's move on. Alright, getting everything else all the way, here's my ultimate build. Is it the best ultimate build? Probably not. It all depends what river mod you get, probably. Okay, so, after sinking 4 Forma into this, to get my overall damage, you can see I got 3,300 impact damage, which you see that's what I mainly went for, but I still got 500 impact and 600 slash. Critical chance at 43% at 4.2 times. Alright, I achieved this, got my Horde Strike as you see there, the Bullet Division at the other end, and Lethal Torrent for overall damage. Pummel increases the impact damage dramatically, as well as concussion rounds, though I wasn't too sure if I actually want concussion rounds. Now for the critical build, I simply have the 2 Prime mods, Prime Target Cracker and Prime Target Gambit. Increase the critical chance and critical damage beyond the normal thresholds of the usual weapons. The other critical mods didn't feel like it could fit them all in. And now onto my Riven mod. Now the Riven Exhibition is only 2 orbs out of 5, but still got pretty good stats, which is 73% duration, 160% damage, which is a lot for 2 points of disposition, and 90 impact on top of that, 90%. The only downside is negative 23% damage to Grineer, but that is a small price to pay for how much impact damage I get out of that. Even his impact damage not very effective against them. But no matter. For testing, let's start off with some Lancers, although I cannot take them too terribly far, but still take them pretty far. Okay, we're going to jack them up to level 75. Yeah. It probably could go to 80, but at that point I think it takes a few too many shots. But if you shoot them right in the face, they go down quick enough. Although it all depends. Again, you got a critical chance. Every pellet has that 43% chance. And using that longer ranges is a little pointless. This is a point-blank weapon. If you want most of your shells to hit a designated area, you're looking at 1.5 meter range. Beyond that, you're hitting most of their body. Most of their upper body anyway, that's where you're aiming. So it is plenty powerful. But due to my Riven mod, it does do less damage against Grineer, and they're already resistant to impact damage. So it could be better, but there's multiple things skewing it. Your build could come out possibly different from mine slightly versus the Grineer. Maybe you'll have that same thing with not the negative damage to Grineer and probably go to level 85 or 90. Alright, let's go get some Corpus. Grab some MOAs. Alright, there they are. And grab about a dozen. Yeah, 12. And we'll jack them up to level 90. Yeah. Alright. Now, MOAs are going to hurt the fight, but you see that I can just easily just gunshot or just shotgun it through. Just rapid fire. Hitting a group's pretty easy, and even they take damage pretty nicely too. It's just very deadly. But remember, the only biggest downside is you only get 5 shots. You know you reload quick, you only got those 5 shots. With poor accuracy, you gotta make those shots at least somewhat count. But very effective. Alright, let's go against Infestation, grab 20 of them, and at the same level, level 90. I probably could go a bit higher for them, but you can see here, it just or destroys them. But again, the biggest downside is only 5 shots. Now against Infestation, it's probably one of the better weapons to use, because they're always in your face at point blank. This weapon, even though it does spread a little bit, it does not matter too much. Trying to hit vital areas of most infestations is difficult enough as it is. So a weapon that struggles with that is not really a con. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. In terms of overall, pretty good. But now I'll take it against a level 145 heavy gunner. Okay, okay, that's a bad. That hurts. That hurts. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to end well. Yeah. Oh dear. That is very little damage. Very little. Yeah, this ain't happening. There's only one way to kill this heavy gunner with this weapon, and that's to use probably some ability that knocks out your opponent, and then knocking him casually over the edge. That's sort of killing him, right? Not with the weapon, though. Let's try something a little more attuned to my weapon so it's not as skewed. We'll take a Corrupted Ancient and put it at level 145. Now these Ancients are very powerful. You definitely don't want them fighting you and with their buddies around. And there's certainly better weapons to kill an Ancient with, but this one just does it with the acceptability level. Just hitting that acceptable level. Okay, let's move on to the pros and cons of the Brakk. Now, on the pros, it is still a very powerful weapon, despite other weapons slightly outclassing it in its style. It has a fairly comfortable critical build, and also a very powerful base build. Now, going on to the cons, its accuracy is quite poor, and trying to get this is a bit of a pain in the ass, since you gotta fight the Goose Frog until they drop all the pieces, and for any new player, that's a nightmare to do. Alright. Now, going on to the score for the Brakk. Damage, I'll give a 9 out of 10. It's certainly a lot of damage. Like, once upon a time, this is the strongest secondary in the game. Once upon a time. Accuracy, though, gets a 2 out of 10. It's terrible accuracy. With an effective range of 1.5 meters, that's pretty bad. Design, I'll give a 7 out of 10. It certainly is balanced, though. You get good damage, low accuracy, but fast reload time, but a shallow magazine. So it's all really well balanced. Ammo-wise, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. You got 200 shots. You're not going to run out that easily. You sure you can shoot quite quickly, but an ammo pickup is 20 pistol rounds, so that's a lot. Now for miscellaneous, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, pretty much on the premise of this weapon's getting a little older. The Piranha pretty much does the job a little bit better, in my opinion, in almost every category. So this weapon's just getting older and getting more outclassed by newer weapons. So yeah. But still, in total, the Brakk gets 33 out of 50. It's still an excellent weapon, for sure. Is it the best hand cannon out there? No. But it's certainly not out of the game yet. Okay, when it comes to the judgment of the Brakk, and it actually is worth it, I believe, yes, it is. Is it the best hand cannon? No. Is it the best secondary? No. But it's still incredibly powerful in its own right. And if you really like it, then go for it. It'll certainly do you well. With the right river mod, you'll do extremely well. And that's been Showcase for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and hope to see you guys next time. Take care out there.